Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to a Smart Investor channel. So Romeo Power just released yesterday their 2020 full year results as well as their guidance for 2021. Now this is a stock that I have been trading and that I absolutely wanted to be part of the shareholder meeting call that was taking place last night. Now you've seen the volatility and craziness in the markets, guys. This is why it is key to trim down and take profits when you have them in this kind of context in the short term to rebuy at lower prices as the stock goes down. Now it's difficult for me to keep you guys updated consistently in live, but hopefully in the near future I can get a Discord channel to let you know what I'm doing, when I'm buying, and when I'm selling. So today I'll be breaking down their last earnings and why they're currently drastically selling off aggressively. I'll also break down a few of the topics that were discussed during the call of their shareholder meeting. We'll do a technical chart analysis as well as my buying strategy. For those new to the channel, I'm a corporate professional stock investor, real estate investor, and a passionate gamer. So all I ask in return, guys, for this content is to please smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to not miss any of my videos. Guys, this truly helps the channel, so thank you so much for taking the time to hit all those buttons. And before moving on, if you trade in different currencies like I do, Canadian to USD, USD to Canadians, and you'd love to save tons of money when exchanging your dollars, then use my link below to TransferWise to start saving now and getting some perks by using my personal link. Now let's get back to business. Alright guys, so as you can see here, yesterday, 30th of March, they announced their full year results for 2020. They also gave a guidance for 2021, so that was very interesting, and their fourth quarter results. Alright guys, so let's deep dive into this. So fourth quarter and full year for 2020 business highlights, completed business combination, okay, we know that. Signed a multi-year $234 million with Lion Electric, so we did know as well that. They generated revenues of $9 million for the full year 2020. So we'll look and compare to their investors presentation because that is very key. Let me finish this and we'll compare everything to the presentation they had initially. Cash or cash equivalents on December 31st, 2020, that's equivalent to almost $300 million. They have cash paid for capital expenditures for the year ended December 2031. That is $1.3 million. Recent business updates. Okay, well, listen, guys, all this we've covered already, but what maybe has added, launch a commercial fleet electrification program with Heritage Environmental Service through with Romeo Power. Expects to electrify 500 Heritage trucks between 2022 and 2025. Now here is the information for 2021 guidance, guys, and we will compare to investor presentations and you will see a drastic change. So as global demand for raw materials outpaces supply, Romeo Power is subject to a significant shortfall in cell capacity industry-wide and now expects its revenue for 2021 to be in the range of between $18 to $40 million, guys. So we will compare this piece of information as well, but allow me to give you already my thoughts. This is significantly below from their initial estimations that they had projected when they were SPAC. So far, guys, these results are not definitely by far missed compared to what they had told us in their investor presentation and their own projections. So now before we compare those numbers, guys, I just wanted to give you a few of the comments that were given throughout that shareholder meeting. The first one is that they actually justified the numbers going down and their projections as well due to the shortage, as you know, in the industry right now, supply chain issues, and now with the raw materials as well. Those are the main reasons that their revenues were decreased and actually didn't do as well in 2020 and 2021 as well. Now, they were challenged in a few questions we asked them. How will their 2022 and 2023 to 25 will be affected in terms of all this, since they're losing money right now and they're going to accumulate this debt, but as well revenues are not increasing as much as we thought, right? And I'll let you be the judge of that answer, is that they do not believe that their 2022 to 2025 projections will be affected because they will be able to outpace it in 2022 as they will aggressively this year sign contracts with new clients and create new partnerships. They actually even added that very shortly in the next couple of weeks, they will make new announcements of partnerships and contracts that they have signed. So listen, so far that is the information we had. And as you saw, you look at the market, but I do not believe that the investors actually were as confident as Romeo Power CEO was on the call, because as he spoke, the shares actually dropped even further. And as you wake up this morning, it's at minus 18%. and still going, guys, which we're going to look at very shortly. Now let's move on to compare those numbers. Okay, guys, so now let's compare those numbers. So in 2020, for the full year, they did $9 million. Let's take a look at what they had projected initially right here. So for 2020, as you can see, total Romeo revenue was at $11 million. So they're quite short from here. And now even worse for 2021. Look at the projections for total revenue. $140 million, guys. That was supposed to be a 1,100% growth. And what they're projecting now is anywhere between 18 to $40 million, drastically below expectations and projections. They're also saying that these revenues here should not be affected, which I think a lot of investors had a lot of doubts during the call. As I said, it did sell off quite drastically as the call was progressing. So my quick personal thoughts here, and this is only my personal thoughts. I'd love to know your comments, guys. So please leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button, as it truly supports the channel and helps continue to create these kind of contents. Now, my thoughts are, I'm not impressed. And during the call, listen, guys, I mean, the guy did well, and he did as much as he could during pressure because the guy didn't have positive results, right? And it's never a good story to tell. Now, whether you believe or not that the numbers that are falling short are justifiable by the reasons he explained, that is up to you to decide. But as an investor, although I do like the product and I like the CEO himself, I am also a very analytical person, and the numbers are speaking very loud here. And they're telling me that my money should be put on hold for now until they can convince me otherwise, and that they're actually signing contracts and delivering those trucks with their batteries. I'd love to see the CEO actually coming up on video and showing tons of trucks with their products inside of them, creating videos about it, and so on and so forth, and to have new announcements of partnerships and clients. That's what we need as investors. We also need very concrete numbers that they're actually completing those contracts. And for me personally, it will definitely take the next earnings. So at the end of the video, guys, I will give you 3 guidelines that I've given to myself for this stock specifically, and others too. So stick around, guys, until the end, as I will provide that information. Now let's get to the charts. All right, guys, so Romeo Power is currently sitting at $8.70. That's down almost 17% on the day, and they opened just the market right now. So we're gonna see how this evolves throughout the day. But things are for sure, guys. Look at this. As you know, I did my last video right about here at the beginning of March, and then I had predicted that this will actually have a hike due to the catalyst I had mentioned, and there was an announcement of an analyst that primed this one at $18. We had this hyped all the way up to the $14 level right here. It did consolidate for a little bit, as you can see, and this period of time, guys, between the time that I did the video and it hyped and the time that it went to the 24th of March, this was a great opportunity for you to see that it was consolidating, but with a fair bit of weakness, where you could have taken definitely profits in this area and trim out your position, especially that the earnings was coming up at the end of this month, which it did actually happen yesterday. Now, for what happened in this, so I showed you the earnings, I gave you my comments, my thoughts, and definitely here we can see that the market and the investors were not convinced that this stock at this moment is worth the evaluation that it was at. So now this right here is trying to create a support level at $8 level, because in the past when it sold off, as you can see here, it did touch the $8.60. And as you can see today, it has just touched the $8.60 and it's trying to bounce back. Now, here are my 3 guidelines that I promised to you in this video. And I'm not a financial advisor, guys, so this is just my personal opinion. And for myself, those are, I will be avoiding the falling knife in this stock. I will wait for the charts and volumes to confirm to me that we have found a bottom. Okay, so very important, guys. I will not be buying it into Romeo Power, not even at this price. I believe that there's still down trend in this stock, and I will not buy it until I don't find buyers in volumes. And as you can see here, there's a lot of red candles, and I believe that today and tomorrow in the next few days, it may actually get more sellers than buyers. Now, the second point and guideline that I have for myself is there are few catalysts in the timeline that I see for this company. So chances are that once the bottom is found, there will be a long period of time that this will consolidate. So when I found the bottom, I will take a small position because I still believe in the company, but I will not hesitate to play the hype, as I will need to be reassured for their stronger earnings. So that is my third guideline for myself. It's stronger earnings. Before I commit to any serious investment again, I will need to see from Romeo Power 2 great earnings consistently, guys. Now, they've promised a lot of things in the shareholder meeting, and I need to see those being executed, okay? Now, fair enough, if they say 2020 and 2021 has been jeopardized because of short materials, short chips in the EV sector, sector, so it's affecting everybody, then fair enough. Now 2021, they know about this. What are they going to do about it to step it up? I need to see concrete actions here, and for this to happen in their earnings as well in terms of numbers. So they need to start being impressive and to step it up. Those are my 3 guidelines, guys, okay? So like I said, my buying strategy is to wait to see the bottom. I'm not going to buy because I think there's a falling knife here, and I do not know what will be the bottom of this. So let me know, what do you think, guys? Are you still in this position? Have you trimmed when we were up here in the hype, or are you still holding the back at this point? Okay, guys? And I know these are very difficult times because on top of that, all the markets have been red for pretty much a month and a half at this point, and the markets are just starting in the last few days to start consolidating and finding support. But is this going to be a bear trap? It's yet to be seen, guys. So share the love, guys. Smash that like button. It truly helps. Takes a lot of time to do this kind of video and bring this to your attention. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification, guys, so you don't miss any of my videos and updates. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.